Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and today we're going to decorate some Easter dough bowls. So I have created 5 dough bowls. 2 of them I will be using in my living room, and then the small Hobby Lobby one always goes on my cedar chest downstairs, and that is how I'm going to decorate it for Easter, is how I'm showing you. And then the other 2 are just for funsies. And my new Studio McGee dough bowl, I decorated it super cute and I love it, and I put it on my bookshelf and it looks a little weird, so we're going to kind of redecorate that one. So let's get to dough bowling. So my first dough bowl I chose to decorate was my black one from Kirklands, and in the last video I had just put a bunch of candles in here and then some pine cones and different things around it. I totally think you could do that again, but this time I decided to make it a little more Eastery. So I just grabbed my 3 white bunnies from Target, and these are in from different years in the dollar spot. This is the one I got this year. I don't know if they have another large one, but you can buy these white bunnies at various places. And then I just chose my Hobby Lobby eggs from several years ago. Grab your favorite color eggs and just put them all around your bunnies. If you don't want to do eggs, you could do little carrots that you can get different places. Dollar Tree has some good little ones. I got some cute ones at Micheals. And if you don't want to do carrots, you want to do more spring, could easily do just some of those moss balls or stones or anything like that in here with them, and then just do the bunnies for an Easter/spring touch. So I decided to do the eggs and the bunnies, and I just really love how simple and classic this is. Have my wood tray from Kirklands, and this I do use on my mantle downstairs a lot. I did not use it this year. I decided to do something else. So we are going to decorate it for Easter. And what I started with these new eucalyptus picks I picked up at Michael's. I'm not sure how I feel about them. They're kind of a fun color, but they're also kind of a weird color. You'll have to let me know what you think of them in here. I got 2 of them, so I'm going to lay one here. And obviously I'll put the other one here, but I wanted to show you the other one I mixed in with it. Now this is, I'm pretty sure this is from Hobby Lobby. It could be from Michael's, but I'm thinking Hobby Lobby. Kind of looks like wheat, so I think it's like a good like fall one too, or it's just like a nice neutral color to use any time of year. So I kind of stuck these over here and then took this and kind of worked it in a little bit to that eucalyptus. So then when I lay it down, it kind of, you know, it's all kind of mixed together there. And then this is the one I have for the other side. So I just kind of laid them up on the edge, and I do this a lot with this tray when I've decorated it. And then I picked out 3 pieces to put in there, so I wanted to use my little metal bunny. So I put him over here off to the side, and he kind of has to sit at an angle, otherwise he doesn't fit in there the best. And then I was thinking what else I wanted to use with them and what would go with my more neutral theme. So I grabbed my 2 terracotta pots, my 2 bird's nests, and then my white egg. Everything's from Hobby Lobby, and then I just distressed these with white. And I did that a couple Easters ago. I want to say the first Easter I had my dough bowl. So we're going to kind of just stand that one up and then lay this one down a little bit, kind of wedge it in there. And then I just grabbed a bunch of my eucalyptus. I have these bigger stems with the more scalloped edges, and then I just have the little picks from Hobby Lobby. So these are Walmart, these are Hobby Lobby. This stem broke. Usually the scalloped edges have a little bit longer stem, so I just kind of stuck them in here to fill in the bare spots around the back and around the front. there is my Kirkland's tray. Very neutral. You could definitely add pops of color if you use different greenery, if you wanted to throw some florals in there, different colored bunnies, eggs, you know, things like that. But I just wanted to make a super neutral tray, and I kind of started out with that new eucalyptus, which is super neutral. So you'll have to tell me what you think of that and if I made a good purchase or not. I was gonna get more eggs, and then I got this. Kind of wanted more eggs, so we'll see. So this is my little dough bowl from Hobby Lobby, and I did see it in there the other day, and it was like in the regular decor, but way down on the bottom. So if you are looking for it, you're gonna have to look way low. At least that's how it was at my store. And I just did this very simply this year. I took this carrot and berry garland I had from Micheals. They have one this year. It's not exactly the same as this, but it's really similar. It's a garland that I just have coiled up. And then I grabbed my little cottontail farm sign. Figured the carrots went well with that. This is also another Micheals purchase from years past. And then I just added my little bunny from Hobby Lobby. These are the bunnies they have in like 2 or 3 different sizes. You can get them real big or these smaller ones. And so there's my super simple dough bowl that sits on my cedar chest. I usually kind of like to do a grouping of 3 or so. I tried to add some eggs and it just looked a little weird, so I just kept it with the bunny, the sign, and the carrot garland. So this is my Decor Steels dough bowl, and for this one, I'm going to use it on my sofa table in the living room, and I had a distinct idea for what I wanted to use. So I wanted to use my bird cage with these pastel eggs in it that are from Micheals, and I have 2 packs in here, and to make it a little higher, because I did put greenery around it, I just stuck some like wood slices and things down here. So eggs then fill up to the more top, and then this is covered by greenery. If I would have had a 3rd bag of eggs, I wouldn't have needed the slices. It would have fit in there well, but this was my solution to only having 2 bags. And then I really also wanted to use my new little bunny from Walmart. So these are kind of my inspiration for this dough bowl. So I'm going to show you how it all came together. When it was all said and done and I was shoving things and putting things, I ended up using my 1 piece of wood here, and then I did also stick 2 of these on the ends just so I could go out a little farther and have things spread out from what I picked out. So I picked out the bird cage. We already talked about that, and I just kind of slipped that over the end here so it would stay in place. And then I also was going to use my little plate holder, and I have this off the back of the things. I feel like I should be pulling you closer for this. I'll show you in a second before I put the greenery on. I pulled this off the back, but then the front is still on the board, and I'm just using my clearance Kirkland's hippity hoppity sign, or plate I mean, and then I stuck my little rabbit here in the middle. I brought you closer. I'm gonna give you a detail shot. So that's kind of how I put that in there. And then as you can see, the bird cage, that's what's under the bird cage. And then my middle little rabbit here has enough space. So now I'm gonna set you back on the tripod and put the greenery around here. So then for my greenery, I just have this garland from Hobby Lobby, and I've used this for Easter, fall. I haven't really used it for summer, so it's kind of my like spring, fall greenery. And I have 1 garland that I kept that I can hang on my mantle, and then the other one I have chunked up into pieces to use in my dough bowl, because it's just kind of a little easier to use it when it's all chunked up. And then so if, depending on what I put in here, I can either have a lot of it or have a little bit of it. Took one of my pieces here and strung it around there, and then I have this other piece I put here in the front, trying to do the ends but not overlap too much so it looks way too full. And then I have another little chunk. I think when I cut this up, I probably cut it up for a certain dough bowl, and it just, you know, now I just make it work for whatever dough bowl. I do have like little chunks, and I have like little sprigs that have fallen off that I use in various places. I did kind of have it sprouting out here. I have another spot kind of over here where it came out. I just thought that was pretty fun. I really like it when it's kind of spilling over the edge of the dough bowl. Looks like you got some wild plant. And then I really just thought it needed a little more. So I took that baby's breath that I have in the white flowers, I have pink, and I did purchase some orange. In one stem, you get 3 sticks, and each stick has 3 of these on it. So I have cut up some of my white ones. I have used it with all of them, you know, and you can make a bunch with like the longer sticks, but I have cut up some of these white ones. I like to use them on my little tiered trays. And I just kind of, if I thought there was maybe a little spot that needed something, I ended up using 3. Oh, I guess I ended up using 6. I just kind of pushed them in. I thought the green of this really went well with the green of my garland also. I kind of have them all, you know, like going the same way, if that makes sense, like around here. Same with like the garland. So there is my dough bowl for my sofa table. And I just love how this turned out. It's kind of like not exactly what I envisioned, but my inspiration was there was a basket full of these pastel eggs with a bunch of baby's breaths coming out of the top I saw on Pinterest. So that was kind of my inspiration for like my bird cage and adding the little baby's breath. And then I just added other things that I thought looked well for kind of the theme I wanted to go with upstairs. So here's my Studio McGee dough bowl. I kind of want you to see it more of like the top-ish view that I had while I was designing it. So what I really wanted to do for this dough bowl was just fill it with carrots. That was not at all working for me. They, like the shape of the dough bowl, they were just fitting in here. I think if I would have had way more carrots than I already do, I could have maybe figured it out. But it just wasn't working for me. So I decided to use my little raffia bunny. And then I grabbed like a little wood slice to fit down in the skinny bottom, and then a little bit bigger one to go on top. Give them even that little bit of extra height. It does not want to stay like, it's not level. Obviously, it's a bowl, so he kind of tippy-turvy. So I just get him centered and leave him be. I think he needs to move over just a little bit. So I first started with my cream-colored carrots, and then I added my orange check carrots, and I kind of made these symmetrical side by side. And then I grabbed my, like, I don't know, they're kind of slicely ones, I would say. And then I'm gonna grab these little ones from Hobby Lobby. These are all from Hobby Lobby, actually. And then I have my other 2 grapevine ones from Walmart. And I did kind of set these just a little different. And then my little black and white one, I kind of put opposite each other just to add a little maybe more kind of dimension to it. And so here is my carrot and bunny dough bowl. So from the top it looks cute, you got blah blah blah, and then when you get to the front it just looks like, because these go straight out, and then you got this big bunny in the middle, and it's cute and it's fine. I was gonna put this on the bookshelf, and how pastel-y the other dough bowl is and how like shaped this is weird, I'm just not feeling it. I'm gonna kind of lower you down so you have more of a front view, so we can get one that looks good from the front view, because that's how we see the one on the bookshelf. So here is more of the front view, and I grabbed some my white burlap eggs. I don't really want to use my black and white buffalo check because I'm going to use my gray. And then I also picked up these like succulent orbs from Hobby Lobby, and they only had 2. Otherwise I'd have probably grabbed 3 or 4. But I'm going to see if I can incorporate these because I just think it's like a nice green and it looks good with that greenery garland that I put in my other dough bowl. So let's just start over. We're going to pull out all the carrots. I'm not 100% sure if I want to use the bunny. Ooh, these fit in here pretty nice. I have that one board, remember, I can lift things up with. If I had 3, that would just be kind of perfect. Of course, though, they only have 2. I kind of want to run in there maybe, see if they got more in on their truck. I'm using the other bunny like this on my mantle. I want to keep it there. I really like it there. I do have my white bunnies. Maybe. I'm gonna go grab something. Okay, so I grabbed my piece of wood it sits down on the bottom nice and things can be a little bit more stable. I do want to pick up 1 or 2 more of these and I could just fill it all in. I think that would look really nice. Hobby Lobby, you better get some in. So I have this one, or as you saw, you know which, or I have a little bit smaller one. I think I like the little bit smaller one. So I have the eggs I used in my other dough bowl. Those do not cover this up very well. I don't mind that. I just wish they was a little filled in more down there. Maybe I just want to fill the whole things with eggs and call her a day, huh? I decided just to put the kind of sitting down bunny. He was a little lower, just fit a little better, and then I just filled it up with eggs, and then around him they don't fit, but you can't really tell. And so I think even when you're down kind of eye level with a lot of eggs and him sitting, it's a good more balance. This is my final dough bowl. My Easter dough bowls. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some inspiration. I'm going to put this one over on my shelf, so you'll have to let me know which one you liked better. I did like the carrot one. It just didn't really fit with like the theme of like the colors I was going for upstairs, and it was just a little unbalanced. I think like maybe this bunny would have looked better with the carrots. So I'll have to think about that maybe for next year if I want to do more darker colors upstairs in the living room. Anyways, it was fun hanging out with you. Thank you for watching, and hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.